my dear colleagues, Mr. Chair, Johan, dear Johan, thank you for crossing the channel and joining us today. Indeed, Vicky and Kate, we miss you in the European Parliament. You left us more than a year ago to take your post in the federal government, and you have spoken a lot about the Eurozone and about Europe. But what about Belgium? What has he made the difference already in Belgium? Let me tell you something about that very briefly. Well, you know, the UK set a trend as regards tax shift. Stimulating growth, creating jobs. That was at a time that our country, that Belgium, was still under socialist-led government, deep red socialist rule. Well, that era is over, my friends. Johan has worked out a tax shift himself, which is a quantum change for Belgian politics. And he is a trendsetter himself. He is the first to exchange information on tax rulings amongst member states on a voluntary basis. Yesterday, the European Commission confirmed that Belgium is on the right track and approved the draft Belgian budget after more than 2 decades of, yes, socialist-led government in Belgium, with ever-rising taxes, ever-rising public debt, ever more public expenditures. Well, this tide has changed, has turned. Our party, N-VA, holds a number of key positions. We have the president of the Flemish government and a number of ministers in that Flemish government. And we have key positions in the federal government, with defense, Steven van der Put, with security and interior affairs, with Jan Bon, with asylum and migration, Theo Franken, and unnecessary to say, my friends, that with the current terrorist threat also in that field, the recent events have proven that we have to clean up a socialist legacy. More than 2 decades of open-door policy, denial of all the problems that are connected with this kind of policy, and moreover, lax policy on the local level, like in Molenbeek, since this week, a world-renowned municipality of Brussels, and in other Brussels municipalities, always under socialist rule. That means where problems of radicalization have been covered up, where intolerance was tolerated for too long. And this is analysis we made a long time ago. We were always demonized for that, but we are proven right. And I see a list of measures and actions our ministers are now taking and implementing, and they make a difference. What a difference. As does Johan, as makes Johan on his department, finance, another key position in the federal government. As I told you, a tax shift, resulting in an overall tax cut. A budget which is under control, the best structural improvement in the Eurozone according to the European Commission. And yes, we lost a prominent member of our ECR group in the European Parliament and a vice president of the Econ committee. But you know, one's loss is another's gain, and we gained a strong minister in the federal government. And he is always ready to meet us, to cross the channel, to come to London and debate with us. So I guess we all won. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen.